Hey guys, my name is Gavin Magoon, and in this video today, I'm going to go over how to dominate Reddit for OnlyFans management agencies and creators. I'm going to be completely honest with you. To start, Reddit is a confusing channel if you don't know what you're doing, and it's probably the most difficult of all social media channels to get started on because for most people, it's not intuitive to them, at least the people who are in the OnlyFans manager space, or for the people who are OnlyFans creators. But once you understand the uniqueness of Reddit and you understand the platform and the rules and all the things that go into it, it is by far, in a way, the easiest channel to start with and the place that you can count on to get results quickly and right away for all of your models and creators. So let's talk about why for a sec. Reddit is different than all the other social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, Snapchat, whatever, right? Because it's not really based on posting content and getting views on your videos and your reels and trying to go viral that way. It's more based on posting in communities and subreddits and trying to get a post that gets upvoted a lot or a lot of engagement and ranked at near the top of the subreddit so that you get a lot of views on your posts. So it's very much based on distribution rather than the algorithm. Of course, algorithm does come into play when it comes to Reddit, but distribution is just as important because the more times you post and the more subreddits that you can find that match your model, the better off you'll do. Whereas like on a platform like Instagram, you can't take the same video and go and post it like 5, 6, 7, 25, 35 times. You post it once and hope it hits, right? And maybe you remake it a little bit differently and then post it again. But really, the shelf life of a video on Instagram, although you can remake it several times, one video in itself really only has one chance or even two chances to go. Whereas Reddit, a piece of content has 30, 40, 50, 100, even 200 chances to go if you can find the right subreddits for it. That's why Reddit is so great to start with for beginners, although it's got the highest level of difficulty to get started on. But once you master it, once you understand the platform, you can systemize it and get all of your creators on there. For every creator you sign, you'll be able to get them started on Reddit right away and start earning right away. Whereas on other channels like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever it might be, it takes a few weeks, even a few months for you to really get rolling on the channel. Now, the reason why that's so important is that when you sign new creators for your agency, one of the most important things to do is get them results right away so they feel encouraged by the decision that they made to sign with your agency. And through Reddit, if you can get them results right away, they see the leverage that your agency has right away because they're like, wow, I didn't do anything but send this agency pictures and they were able to make money for me right away. Whereas the other agencies, they were asking me to do stuff to post content, and then they were really waiting on me to deliver a viral video. So you can kind of flip it on the creators in that way when you're really good at Reddit because you can provide the value right off the bat. And then over the long term, they start to think of you as the person in charge for getting the results rather than themselves. And then you can kind of guide them and direct them on what needs to be done for social media and the other channels and things like that. So you understand at this point now why Reddit is important. Let's get into some of the technicalities and specifics of how you're going to do this. So if you don't understand by now, Reddit is an algorithm-based platform based on the communities you post in, right? It's not just one algorithm that feeds everybody the content. It's a bunch of sub-communities that have their own algorithms set in them. A post goes in it and it can go viral just to that subsection, not the entire platform as a whole. Whereas Instagram, really essentially if you post a video, it can be shown to everybody on Instagram, even though it never would be. It's most likely just be shown to the people that are interested in it. Reddit niches it down so much that if you're not even available in the subreddit, if you're not a part of the subreddit, it's unlikely to show you the content at all. The key to start off with Reddit is understanding the subreddits and putting together a list for your model or creator that makes sense for them. So if you got a trans creator, get 40 to 50 trans subreddits. If you got a goth girl, get a bunch of goth subreddits. If you got a girl next door looking big titty blonde, get a bunch of big titty subreddits, blonde subreddits, whatever it might be. Whatever your creator looks like, there is going to be a subreddit out there for her. Now, for some creators, there might be more than others. For some creators, you may struggle to find the right subreddits for her, but you can also adapt your model a little bit to fit the subreddit that makes sense for her. So really your goal as an agency is when you first sign the creator is to put together a list of subreddits that match her. If you're not able to do this, then you're absolutely just not a professional at OnlyFans management because this is your job. Be a pro, get a spreadsheet, write down the subreddits, study the rules of the subreddits, write little notes in the spreadsheet that say what you can do in the subreddit, what you can't do, okay? And then hand this off to your team to understand that, okay, these are the subreddits, these are the rules, make sure you read and understand them, and then whenever you're posting content in them, make sure you follow the subreddit rules. That is where I feel like 90% of people who try to do Reddit get tripped up, is that they just aren't organized and they aren't paying attention to the subreddit rules. If you simply just follow the rules of subreddit, then you're going to have success in the subreddits, and if you give them the content that they're looking for, you're going to get ranked, you're going to get upvotes, and you're going to get views, and you're going to get followers, and you're going to get subscribers at the end of the day, right? Most of you guys don't even try to do this. You just skip over this step and just start posting like it's just some place that you could just spam all the time, when that's not the case at all. You need to be respectful of the community, because this is a community that's going to pay you for years and years and years as you continue to do OnlyFans management, and you'll start to form a relationship with some of the moderators and the people in the community as they start to get accustomed to seeing your models posting those subreddits, right? So start the relationship off right, on the right foot, and you're going to be set up for success in the long term. The second thing you need to do is you need to be tracking the content that you're posting in these subreddits. Nobody wants to have somebody in a subreddit that is just spamming the same content over and over and over again, right? This is not a good user experience for anybody. It pisses off moderators, and to be honest, it doesn't even perform well. You have your spreadsheet, you're tracking your subreddits on one end, and then on the other end, you're going to be tracking the content that you have and what you've posted and match them together. So if you posted, the beach photo in the Bikini Babes subreddit, put a little X on your sheet, mark it off so that you've tracked that you've posted in there, and then move on to the next piece of content, find the subreddit that matches for it, mark it off on your sheet, and just keep track of what content you're posting and what subreddits. And this way you won't get confused with what you've done so far on the platform, and you will continue to provide value to the platform by giving them the content they want, but also giving all the users that are in the subreddits a good experience, right? So that's another thing I've seen a lot of agencies do, is they'll just go and they'll spam content everywhere, thinking it's just some platform that they can harass with their content and just try to take as much as they can, instead of doing their best to provide a good experience for the users and the communities, and ultimately providing value to people on Reddit and getting subscribers that way, right? Because at the end of the day, in business, what you need to do is you need to provide value to people to get value in return, which is the cash, which is what we're trying to get. Now, the next step that you want to do with Reddit is you want to take the time to see a little bit in the subreddits what other creators are posting that are working. Maybe it's a particular type of caption. Maybe there's some type of trend in the content that is being posted in there. Whatever is working at the time is what you want your models and creators to create. Get the content from them and try to post it in the subreddits while it's hot. Because content in subreddits is hot for a period of time, just like on social media algorithms, where there are trends on social media, there are trends in subreddits for content that they're looking for. And if you can keep up with those trends and stay on top of them, you're going to get rewarded by the users in the subreddit. They're going to upvote your posts, and you're going to rank, and you're going to get a lot of views and a lot of subscribers this way. Let's talk about some next level things that you can do on Reddit. A big thing that I think a lot of people are missing right now is creating your own subreddit, because when you post in other subreddits, right, what you're doing is you're extracting audience and eyeballs from these subreddits, and you're bringing them over to your Reddit profile. Now, your first goal when they come to the Reddit profile is to get them to go to OnlyFans and subscribe, right? But we all know from the law of funnels and the rule of clicks that usually about every click, 50% of the audience is going to drop off. If you're unsuccessful in getting them over to your OnlyFans profile, your next goal should be to get them to follow your Reddit profile and get them to join your subreddit. The reason why you have both is because it gives you an opportunity for 2 times to reach your audience, right? If every follower you have ends up joining your subreddit, you can post to your profile and reach your followers that way. And then you can post to your subreddit and reach your followers that way. Gives your post 2 opportunities to rank in the Reddit algorithm and for your content to be shown to your followers and your audience, right? Because people who are on Reddit, yes, they are scrolling through subreddits and looking at the content subreddits, but they're also just scrolling their home feed, just like any other social media platform. And what is being shown on their home feed are the content that is ranking well in the subreddits that they join, right? Now, if they're in both of your subreddit and following your profile, you have 2 opportunities to show up in their home feed. And these 2 opportunities give you a chance for a revisit to your profile and ultimately a visit to your OnlyFans tracking link and OnlyFans profile, right? Now, last couple thoughts on Reddit. I know a lot of people have problems and difficulty with the platform, either banning their accounts, getting shadow bans, not being able to create accounts, whatever it might be. And I'm here to tell you now that the reason that you're having difficulty is because you're doing things that the algorithm and the platform don't like. They don't like when you try to hide your location by using a proxy or a VPN, or that you're trying to get around their terms of service by creating 5, 10, 15, 25 accounts. Just follow the terms of service of the platform. Stay in line with what they want. You don't get punished on Reddit for being in a different country and creating a Reddit profile. Okay, everybody has the same opportunity to be shown to the same audience on Reddit. It's not location based like some of these other platforms like TikTok and Instagram and Twitter are. So just create a clean Reddit profile using an anti-detect browser that will shield your device fingerprints from your other profiles, right? Because you don't want to run into a situation where you have 5 or 10 accounts all made from the same device, because a thing on Reddit that does happen is if you have one profile banned, they will link that profile to your other profiles based on device fingerprint, and it can lead to a chain ban. Yes, I had that happen before when I first started this business in 2021. So what you need to do is have a good anti-detect browser like GoLogin or AdsPower or whatever that you're using, and create a profile for each Reddit profile that you plan to set up. Keep them separate, be a professional, don't get them mixed up. Don't put one Reddit profile on the same Reddit profile as another one. Keep it segmented very well, run it nice and clean, and you're gonna have no problem with Reddit bans as long as you're doing it in the right way. You're not spamming the platform, and you're setting up accounts, not using these tricky tools like a proxy. Oh, I'm going to hide my location and the platform's not going to know that I have multiple accounts for the same model and all that. No, just set up a Reddit profile, do it the right way. Just do it without any VPN or proxy. Use an anti-detect browser and you're going to be just fine. Now, can you set up multiple profiles for the same model? Yes and no. You can set up multiple profiles for a model as long as each profile is defined in a different way. So if you're looking to hit different niches, then go ahead and do that. But for the most part, I recommend just having one profile, right? And just having one profile and build it up organically as much as you can. In special situations where maybe the model is pregnant and you want to have a pregnant specific Reddit account, then okay, I can understand that. You maybe want to create a second account for that because you don't want to see how all your original followers on your main profile see that your model is pregnant. But in most cases, everyone's going to be well off with just one Reddit account, looking to build up the follower base on there and their subreddit as much as possible, complying with the rules of the platform and the terms of service, and following the rules set by moderators of the subreddits, and everybody's going to be happy. You're going to have a large Reddit account with a large following, a large subreddit, and you're going to get tons of subscribers to your OnlyFans every single month for as long as you are posting content on Reddit. So, key takeaways of this video. Be a professional, set up a process and a system for tracking the content you're posting and where you're posting it. Follow the rules of the subreddit, follow the rules of the platform, try to provide good content to these subreddits, get lots of subscribers. All right, so that'll do it for this video. If you have any questions on Reddit, feel free to let me know. I know some of the technicalities at the end there can get a little hazy. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments and I'm happy to answer them. But overall, if you get a Reddit account banned, don't be discouraged. It's still a platform that is going to be pretty hard on new accounts because they've just gotten so much spam to their platform over the years. But once you kind of get through the initial period of like the first 6 months and you have the platform recognizes your account as like a legitimate account that is adding value to their platform, you're going to be fine in the long run. Okay. Do things the right way and you will be rewarded by Reddit. Hopefully you found this video valuable. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. All right, so if you're watching this Reddit video and you've gotten to this point and you're just thinking to yourself, oh man, I don't want to do all this work. I don't want to have to go through the trouble of building out a spreadsheet, sorting the subreddits, finding the subreddits, writing the notes down for all the subreddits and the various rules, and then organizing the content and doing everything that is needed to run the Reddit management properly. I've got good news for you. Our agency, we offer a Reddit management service to established OnlyFans models and agencies. It's based on application only, but if you are interested in learning more about it, I'll leave a link below in the description that you guys can click to get a contact form. After you fill out the contact form, we'll send you the application. And then if you meet the standards that we're looking for in terms of clients for this Reddit management service, we'll be sure to reach out to you. So click the link below if you're interested in Reddit management service instead of having to do everything on your own and learn it all on your own and go through the trouble and hardship that I personally went through to get this all set up and running effectively at scale. We'll take care of it for you if you don't want to go through all of that.